Welcome everyone to Kami's 2.01 update note overview. Fire and ice, including the new... Okay, I can't. I'm not going to do that. Can we do another cut? That'd be good. No? We're still rolling? Okay. I'm going over the patch notes on stream and I figured I might as well record it. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So Imani, the last warder, a new champion being added into the game. She's a little bit unique in the sense that she can switch stances, kind of like Koga, so she's not that unique. But she's frost and fire and she does different moves depending on what she's in. She has a passive. She has 2200 damage, she's a damage, and she has deals damage, she generates mana. When her mana is full, the next Frost, Bolt, or Pyro Ball she casts is instant. So she's unique in her blatancy. That's a good point there, Burning. Maybe I should put like chat up on there, it'd be pretty cool. We're burning 40 millimeters. You guys don't know this, but Kami is actually the only streamer who streams on film. Yeah, listen, I'm just a fan of the old style. I respect it. Let's look real quick to see mana and then all that fun stuff are all removed. So left click, right now I'm in, I have a talent that's actually awful. Let me turn this off. We'll do this one. Talent is like throwing off everything. There we go. So our left click when she's in frost mode, we'll just do a click. It doesn't normally bounce. God bless America. I can't get a talent that doesn't do what I want it to do, but it normally just does 650 damage and you can fire about this fast. The other thing is, and I'm not fully understanding. Okay, that's just me getting full mana. So now we're at full mana. You see how it was a full mana there for a second? You'll see like little icons coming in, little alert. That means your next one is instant. So we're at 1, we're at 2, we're at 3. Now the next one is going to be instant. We'll go into why that's really good, mainly for the fire, I think. If you right click while you're in frost, you shoot an orb out, and then you can click again, and you can let it detonate. And it looks like it slows. Oh, it roots them. It's actually nuts. I'm kind of learning with you guys. Yeah, it's pretty nuts. And then if you press Q, you can switch your stances. So we'll go ahead and press Q, and now we shoot fire. Fire requires you to charge up a little bit more. So what's really good about that is if you are in frost mode and you get a full charge up on your mana, switching over to your fire is essentially, let's see if we can do it fast enough. And it comes out instantly. I think there's loadout cards that allow you to switch faster, but I think your best burst is gonna be making sure that you use the instant cast from the clear cast, which is over on the, at full mana, your next attack is instant for Frostbolt, or for your left click, you wanna use it for your fire, but whatever. Here's your fire right click. You can right click to cancel it. It's got a 20-second cooldown, and keep in mind that the cooldowns for each move doesn't share, so I can press Q and I can do my right click right now. So being able to switch through your two modes and then using it to the best of your ability is really good. Wait, hold on a minute. Oh, you can cast it earlier.
That's 5 in a row.
But it is still better. Yeah, okay. Interesting. I knew that. I knew that. The shift, I believe, doesn't do anything different depending if you are... No, it doesn't. Imani glides both elements, gliding through the air at 2.5 seconds. And that's smart to make it both elements because it doesn't matter if you're in fire or ice. So when you use it, it feels... The keyboard doesn't do anything. It's all in your mouse movement. It's kind of similar to BK's movement, but it's better than BK's movement. It's not good, but it's better than BK's movement during his ult. I will say that. Let's try it again. Let's see what I move. Can we go straight up? Oh, am I going up? Okay, I'm going up, but I'm not really going up. Can you hit space while you're in there? While we're waiting for that to come back up, let's go ahead and use the ultimate. I have no idea how this chick works. Like with the ultimate, I had the ability to make sure not to hit the E button because it cancels it. You call your goddamn dragon and you take control of it. You're moving around. Left click shoots stuff. Right click goes down. Q goes up. And shift also goes down. Shift and Q. Oh man, the key bindings for this is abysmal. So Q is up, right click and shift is down. And then left click just shoots. Does it last infinitely? It does. Not. It does not. Okay, so left clicking out of that will drop it. Okay, that's interesting. I will save you with my dragon. You can't strafe left and right while you're inside of it. I got you, boo. You seem to be floating forward. See, I have to like pull back. I feel like I'm in a freaking stick shift over here. And the damage you can see is pretty good. The bad thing is you can't really like strafe and shoot. This looks crazy. I shake my head. Oh, you can hit spacebar to go up too. Oh, that's so much better. I'm dumb. Spacebar to go up, shift to go down, or whatever your movement ability is. Don't hit Q. Don't hit right click. Just shift and... Maybe you can hit right click to go down, but hit spacebar to go up. That's much better. You can also hold this, your fire move. Again, I'm learning with everybody here. You can essentially charge this up and pre-fire. Big money coming in. There you go. Like
Unstoppable.
that's pretty nuts. It's gonna be really hard to get used to how you need to know like when your next mana's coming up. And maybe there might be a move to make it so you can like charge mana faster or retain mana more. I don't know. She seems interesting. There's gonna be a lot of skill, like there's gonna be a skill ceiling as to know when you need to switch. Keeping track of your cooldowns, not only do you need to keep track of your right click cooldowns, but you need to keep track of your right cooldowns for this one, and you need to keep track of this one. So it's like, it's something. Honestly, out of the loadouts or out of the talents, we'll go through them right now. After standing still for 2 seconds, create a mana rift around you that generates mana. Leaving the mana rift destroys it. So that allows you to save up your mana if you want to. So I could sit right here. I could charge it. I could do this, and then I could essentially, I could peek, and it's still up. Like it's nuts. Excuse you?
Killing spree.
Oh my god! It definitely, now that I notice, it really... Okay, left click blows it up. I was gonna try to shoot and then right click anyway. It definitely, if you feel like Zenyatta, right? This is definitely, like the sound, the feel, definitely feels like Zenyatta. But the beacon seems like it's really good, but it limits you on your movement. Pyromania, hitting ball with Pyro Ball twice. Your third Pyro Ball will explode in an area. So you got 1, 2, and then 3. Let's see how big it is. Not great. Not terrible. I don't like it. You can move 10 units away from the beacon. We'll check that in a second. But that's Pyromania. Then splitting ice, it bounced an additional unit. We saw that. We can go over the loadout cards here in a second, and then we'll go into the balance changes that I think are really cool, or things that I just don't care about. So it's up. My mana's not going up. Uh-oh. Why is my mana not going up? Wait, was it instant? Okay, so it's charged. Was that? Oh my god, it's still up. Oh my, that's kind of hard to hit. I think that's a fully charged one, so it's up. It lets me know. Yeah, okay, that's the whole timer you have to be able to do the full damage one. So let's let it go down, down, down. We'll keep going down. I think this is literally the... Yeah, that's the timer at which you have to do the insta one. Okay, not that hard to be able to time that stuff. It's just when you see the notification pop up, you know it's triggered, and then you have its time, the amount of time you have until the white bar goes down. Let's jump into the loadout cards real quick. We'll see what we're working with here and what loadout I would probably build if we were gonna do it. We won't go too much into this because I want to like make a game. I want to make a video that's primarily talking about Imani, but I wanted to give everyone a quick rundown on it. So loadout cards, we're looking at this. Reduce the cooldown of Elemental Shift. The cooldown on Elemental Shift is 10 seconds, so you can get it all the way down to 5 seconds. That's pretty good if you want to be able to switch through a lot. That seems fair. Do you eventually lose the charge, or is it infinity? I'm not sure. I think you eventually lose the charge if it goes all the way down. Elemental Shift reduces the cooldown of Frostfire Glide. Huh. That could be something maybe. Elemental Shift reduces the cooldown of Frost Bomb and Inferno Cannon. So obviously if you're running Discipline or Draconic Will, whatever you think is better, and honestly I think probably, what's the cooldown of the slide? 12 seconds? With Chronos, you could get that down. You can get it down a lot for level 5. Like level 5 Affinity and level 5 Discipline, you could get it down to, with a level 2 Chronos, 9, 5. You'd have like a 4.5 second cooldown on both, on like pretty much shift, and like 3 seconds on the shift, and then like 4 to 5 seconds on your glide. That's pretty freaking good. Draconic Will seems a little bit rough because the cooldown on Frost Bomb is really nice and Inferno Cannon, but they have really big cooldowns. So there's that. Using Elemental Shift heals you for 100 health. You can bring it out to 500. While in Frostfire Glide, heal for 50 health. Generate 4% mana every second while in Frostfire Glide. Increase Frostfire Glide's duration by 0.5 seconds, and then travel faster. That travel faster might be pretty nice. It might be similar to the soar of Eevee because it feels like booty, but that'll help it out, maybe. Increase Inferno Cannon's mana generation or contribution by 15%. Increase Frost Bomb's mana contribution. Increase the root duration of Frost Bomb, and increase your movement speed while casting Inferno Cannon. You can move while you cast that? I feel like I was rooted in place. Dealing damage with Frostbolt reduces the cooldown of Inferno Cannon. No. Do they have the other one? So dealing damage with a Pyro Ball reduces the cooldown of Frost Bomb. That's, I don't know, man. It's hard to really figure out what we want to do here. I think being able to swap a lot would be really important. And you could go with a big cooldown reduction with your movement ability to be able to just flow around everywhere. And then if you want to just be a little bit more ridiculous, you go like this. No, I can't do that, but you generate 4% mana while on Frostfire Glide. Holy crap, dude. I don't know. But you could do something like this, right? That'd be something I might want to test out to see how the movement speed feels in that. You've got the cooldown of the Frostfire Glide down to like 5 or 6 seconds, and you have the duration up to 3.5 seconds. Yeah, 3.5 seconds. It could be nuts. I think you are rooted in place during the fire beam, so you might be able to move unless you have it at level 1, that one that allows you to move more. Maybe, might be something we want to test out. But again, I didn't want to focus too much on Imani, and I'd like to move on to some other stuff. So polish all siege maps. Hold on a minute here. We've expanded our programming team, devoted 20 to 40% of each development cycle to polish. The hunt mission is simple. We want to end 2019 in a better state than it's ever been before, and here's a few first improvements. Yeah, I hope that happens too. All siege maps will now have callouts. Now, I talked about these callouts here a minute ago, and I think the callouts and adding it is fine. I think that's a little bit too much. Like I use this for an example. We called this area danger when I played competitively, and knowing that if they're like on the stairs or they're a little bit up on the stairs, like if you call this area and you were sitting at windows of Strix, you know to look that way. If you are a tank and you hear danger, you know to look this way, you know? Same thing with this, like calling this is actually like a little bit less as much as I'd want to be able to call it. We call this frog, we call these trees, we call this dark, which is right underneath window. We had window call up in here, stuff like that. But in general, I think it's really cool that they added in the ability to have like built-in callouts that hopefully becomes universal, so you don't get confused and you have to learn all new callouts every time you join a new team. That was really rough. Bot pathing has been improved to allow the bots to jump out of place when they become stuck. Sure, this seems good. Hopefully they can shoot people now. They're working on server vendors to improve lag issues in Brazil and LATAM, and they said they're going to be... No, the vendors have had misconfiguration on servers, which has now been corrected. We're not going to sit here and dwell on this typo, right? We're not those type of people. No, we're not. Haven now properly reduces the damage of the following abilities. You got Buck with Net Shot, Maeve with Pounds, Ash with Shoulder Bounce or Bash, Leon with Grace, Zin with Spite, Strix with Flare, Talos with Blitz Upper, and Calm with Commander's Grab. I mean, you could read it. I'm not gonna read everything up one by one. It's gonna hurt my voice, and I'm already feeling it right now. Someone pointed out the fact that Leon's Grace is affected, but still they haven't done Valor. And that's because Valor hits multiple people, I assume. Fix various water gates collision issues. I think that needed to be done. The game was not ranked ready or game ready in general. Fix an issue where Willow's acceleration and speed during phase flight was sluggish. Fine. Presence's pre-fire animation now properly locks the firing of all of their abilities for Leon, so she can no longer fire up her Enlightenment or Grace while charging Presence, which essentially means you can't like charge up your Presence and then before the Presence go off, hit something else, and then I think it also allowed the Presence to go off. Seems pretty broken. Apparently Shash found out on it and then they fixed it. How dare you, Shash? What are you trying to break her like I broke Genos? You're terrible. Fix an issue that prevented Presence from hitting when the target was partially occluded. This is huge. This is one of those things that I always talk about in the patch notes where it's not really in big letters, right? I think for the average gamer or the average player of Paladins, this isn't going to make that big of a deal, but I think this is absolutely huge. And I tried it out in the training ground and it felt good. If you hit any part of a person with Presence, if you actually hit them and you put your crosshair on them, you will hit them. That makes, honestly, we'll have to see, but I think that the fact that Death and Taxes being gone, I think that Eminence is going to be broken. I think that Eminence is actually just broken. Like, if you hit your shots, you can two-shot people from long range, essentially. Then you have like your auto aim and stuff. It's nuts. So much cooldown reduction. They're probably going to end up nerfing the cooldown reduction you can get from it, but we'll see. Nothing else I'm really seeing. Under investigation, match lobby. Sometimes players become disconnected from the match lobby or the match lobby fails to launch, resulting in players being penalized for deserter. This is stuff that's under investigation. It's of their utmost importance that they're trying to figure it out, and they want to have any information that you can find here. You can go to the bug reporting forum here, click it, you can report it yourselves. The thing that I find hilarious is Terminus is so damn long, but we all know Terminus, as Helvian would say, Terminus is a champion. Khan's also got the ability to when he activates Commander's Grab, it doesn't hit and stun the enemy, but you still undergo the hit throw animation lockout. It's really weird. And then my favorite one, Shaolin, sometimes player lose FPS while playing this champion. Yeah. That's been in there for a while, but it's good to know. It's at least nice that they're like acknowledging that they are aware of it, because someone might argue like, oh, they haven't acknowledged it because they haven't been able to fix it, and it might look bad for a company to say, oh, we're aware of that, but we just have no idea how to change it. But I think it's better for me personally that they just acknowledge that it's there. Better late than never, I guess. A lot of stuff coming with the battle pass. 50 new waves of loot, including 3 awesome battle suit skins, which you can see one of them right here. Instant unlocks exclusive to the battle pass purchaser. So if you purchase the battle mount or battle pass, you be able to get this mount, which I haven't seen it in game, but I'm kind of interested in checking it out. The battle suit Eagle Eye, the battle suit Eagle or Angel for Furia, and then you have the battle suit Godslayer, because that's what we want, the ability to punch even harder with thrusters. Don't worry, we're fine. We're fine. He's getting nerfed, right? Here's some stuff you can get: team skin boosters, death stamps, animated sprays, avatars. Honestly, this whole battle pass is kind of underwhelming, and I think a lot of people would agree. There's nothing that really stood out for me. I'm not saying that these don't look pretty cool. I guess I don't like the theme. Like, are we Gundam Zero now? What's going on here? The Battle Pass Plus. Level 50 isn't the end of the story. Battle Pass Plus gives players who complete the Battle Pass at light speed even more rewards to earn. Players who purchase a Battle Pass suit reach level 50, they can unlock the Plus track, play another 50 levels, and unlock emotes, 3D sprays, and limited suit-up animated avatars, which are right here. Has that always been a thing? Did you have to purchase the Battle Pass to be able to play it again? That happened last Battle Pass? They should change that. I mean, obviously keep the whole, like, if you purchase the Battle Pass, you get good rewards, you get free crystals in the Encore, but just add another free option. The free option should have a little bit of free crystals for the free. No free crystals at the beginning, but if you're able to play that much, like you are playing the game for the company that much, you should be rewarded, in my opinion. I don't know. At least in their state right now. Maybe they don't want to set a precedent where they have to do that for every battle pass later. I don't know, like business models, that might be a terrible idea, because once you give something for free, then people just want more free stuff. I understand that. Trust me, I understand that, but be cool. At least allow them to do it to get more gold and stuff. People want to grind your game down, stop letting them do it. And in match rewards, we have refactored how our end of match rewards are calculated. Gold from matches will have higher emphasis on performance. That's good. Players that perform well will see a larger amount of rewards, and event modifiers were previously additive to your end of your match results or multipliers. That's a bunch of words. This means 2 times experience will now provide a true 2 times value. So it looks like it's going to be better. That being said, you know what else I would like to see? I would like to see matchmaking and elo with performance. Like, add that in. It doesn't need to be like if you win or you lose, that's a big portion of it. But if you do really well, like, reward that player for doing really well. Again, I don't know what goes into the method of figuring out a system at which it takes into consideration of the personal performance. Who knows? Playing hacks, can I get a kiss? Mwah. Hi-Res doesn't follow any precedent they start. They should call them Kami. Yikes. Crossplay. We are excited to be among the first games of the modern crossplay era. Players on numerous platforms across the globe will now be able to group up and play like never before. So here's what I first heard with crossplay. I assumed that they were combining console players, and I thought that was great. Xbox can play Switch, can play PS4, although PS4 late to the party. I still don't know if they want to keep everything legit like theirs. I think if they stay with that method, then they're gonna fall behind in the console war. And by that I mean Xbox One's gonna take them way over. I don't know how big of a market out there is Xbox One versus Nintendo Switch. PS4, come over here. I think it's enough to have a little bit of single player niche games that are proprietary to your actual thing, but oh my god. Not joining in, whatever. They destroy the integrity of Sony. Get out of here. But here's the thing. PC's added. What? Like, there's always been this big debate. Who's better, PC or console? You have like good PC players, bad PC players, good console players, bad console players. Well, what happens when you put up a good PC player and a good console player? Who would win? Now we finally get to find out. I'm not going to give any conjectures other than PC is going to win, but sorry, I'm done. I think that console players can be equally as good as PC players. I think it's going to be fine. It's going to help matchmaking. It's going to bring so many more people into the queue to where we can get better matchmaking, just because there's more people, so there's more chances to get something equally to your match. I will say this though, other than my joking of PC wins, is I'm going to stick this to the end of the world. If you have a good EV player that's on PC versus anything on console, the good EV player will win. How do you keep up with an EV like blinking up in the air and doing 180 snaps to you and shooting you before you even have a chance to react? Like, it's just literally impossible. Again, I don't want to go too much into that because they're potatoes and potatoes, or tomatoes, whatever they are. Tomatoes and potatoes? I'm done. Players may opt out of the crossplay. However, players may find higher quality matches more quickly by leaving crossplay matchmaking enabled. Ranked will match make players of the same input method. Set your input method and preferences settings. We are technically ready to support crossplay on other platforms as the opportunity arises. And then also cross progression means that you will be able to progress between PC and Xbox on the same account. That's awesome. It's going to become available during 2.01, but after patch day. All right, you can turn it off. I'm going to keep it on. Personally, I'll take free wins. Toxic, Kami, toxic. Champion leaderboard, they're removing it because they just said that people were like abusing it. That's true. All right, so Season Pass 2019, $40. Season Pass is your ticket to exclusive content for every new champion all year long. You'll instantly score 3 cosmetics, only available in the Season Pass: Limited Legionnaire Victor. Well, actually, we'll look through here. Legionnaire Victor, the Legionnaire Warhorse, and what was the other one? And an avatar. Oh, that's it. It's just his avatar, which honestly is adorable. I want that so bad. I've never wanted something so bad in my life. That thing is absolutely adorable. Best of all, you'll get the following incredible content for every new champion that is released in 2019. Yikes. Hold on a minute. You'll get the following incredible content for every new champion. Wait, do you unlock all of them right away? Or for every new champion? So you don't get it for the existing ones. That gives a champions pack. So you play $60 and then you get everything that's ever been in the game, and it gives you the season pass for $60. Is that expensive? That seems expensive, because not only are you paying $60 to get everything in the game, but then you can't even obtain stuff for free. Like you look at Overwatch and you can obtain skins for free. It takes a while, but like Paladins literally has 0 ways to do it. They make their money off of monetization. I don't know, seems a bit too expensive. It's $70 if you pay for them separately, but if you pay for them, you get a $10 discount, you get it down to $60. This seems a little bit too much. But again, I'm not here to judge on prices. They have people in the marketing, they know what they're doing to stay afloat. I'm not gonna sit there and gripe at $60 when they're like, $60 was the number that we came to after we spent years of figuring out and crunching numbers to figure out if our company went down in flames. I mean, if that's what you need to do, it's what you need to do. Welcome to the true Season 2 of Ranked. With the official launch of Paladins earlier this year, this season will now be considered Season 1, and all ranked matches before it will be Season 0. They're going to be splitting up into 6 splits throughout the year, rotating every 2 months with a new battle pass. I don't want to think about that. Players will qualify with every split. MMR soft reset. MMR will have a soft reset at the start of Season 2. We will monitor ratings throughout the year to determine if more needed between splits. Season 2 rewards. Reach Gold 5, loading frame based on your highest placements. Play 100 games, you get Battle Hardened, you get Chieftain Grok at 200. And that's Season 2 rewards. The Split 1, if you play 10 games, you get a gold chest. Okay. So does everything reset after it? Players will qualify with every split. Do you keep your like rank and stuff? I don't see anything about if your elos if your rating keeps. You don't keep your rank. Every split you have to qualify. Do they have Split 2 and 3? They don't. It says we'll monitor ratings throughout the year to determine if more are needed between splits. I thought that just meant like more of a reset. Anyway, let's fly through. Of course, we gotta remember the Season 1 ranked loading frames. You win 200 ranked games. Who compete 200 ranked games during Season 1 will receive a ranked loading frame based on the highest tier they reached. You know I'm going for that GM, baby. Still got like another 10 days or so. Gotta rock it hard. Oh, that bronze border's sick, huh? That bronze border's actually pretty sick. Get screwed, silver. Gold's pretty sick. Platinum, diamond. Master got boned. Kind of. GM though. Damn. I want that GM border so bad. It's got a cool dragon up there though, that's pretty cool. All right, so now we're gonna go into the balancing gameplay changes. Removed all instances of cauterized record reveal and crowd control reduction from champion loadout cards. So it's all gonna be within the items. All champions now only have 3 talents, and they also messed around with the items. Another thing about the item store is, it just says right there, category restrictions has been lifted. Thank you so much for the bits there, Black Mark. Or I said that right? Okay. If your name was like Black Market, then I would just be racist immediately. So the new prices, other than the fact that you can buy multiple reds, multiple yellows, multiple blues, multiple greens, is Resilience has been brought down to 250, Illuminate's been brought down to 150, Healing and Life Rip, Kill the Heal and Life Rip have both been brought down to 200 to match the Rejuvenate. And then offense, Bulldozer, and Deft Hands dropped to 250 and Bulldozer dropped to 150. So I was gonna go over the champion balance, but there is a crap ton of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off and put it onto another video, which should be coming out tomorrow. Look out for it. If you're interested in the champion balance, it's gonna be all that, baby. All that and a bag of chips. But for now, I'm gonna head out of here. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Fucking whoa! Why is it so loud? Sorry, kitty.
Hey, thanks for watching. I'm not gonna be one of those people who asks you to like and subscribe, so... I'm not gonna ask.